Welcome back to Recipes of Life with Chef Dana on HVTV Life Network. And I have my co-host here, Zion Timms. We're here cooking up something at Pastor Reva Timms' house. And now we're getting ready to go into one of my favorite dishes. It's a lobster linguine. It's a little bit different. It has a little different type of bite to it. Let's start off with the mise en place here. I'm gonna add a little olive oil here to my pan and bring that up to temp. And let's bring the mise en place here. All right.
So that would be the lobster?
Yes, we have a little lobster here. It's already seared off. What I will do here, bring it over here to this cutting board, and I'll bring them out here. And what I want to do is shell them. That means just take the meat out of them, shell them, and sear them. Most of the meats that I pull out here, I've been searing, and that's a little bit healthier than frying them. You want to sear so it'll seal in the nutrition as well as the flavor. You don't want to overdo it because the lobster is a great proponent of B12 and B6, and it's great in protein. But too much of it is not good for you. Too much of it, it'll do something with your bad cholesterol. So you want to kind of watch that. But it is good. It's a great proponent for protein. Let me take these over here and drop them in here, Zion. Want to add a little salt, a pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, and add just a tad bit of garlic to this here. Okay, let me grab this towel here. Excuse me, you all right?
Yeah. So you said marinara sauce, right?
Yes, marinara. I do my marinara just a little bit different because I don't want the sodium intake with it. So I use a little chicken stock. Chicken stock always has a little sodium, so I won't have to use as much salt. And that'll kind of curb the sodium intake in your body, and you can kind of flow with that as opposed to having all the salt that people generally use to give it flavor. You can have flavor with the chicken stock. I'm now adding the linguine. Add about a pound of linguine. Okay. Put it in here.
What exactly is linguine?
Well, I'm using, actually, I'm glad you asked the question. I'm using a wheat linguine. This is one serving. This is one serving of linguine. You need 3 servings of wheat and bran a day. And it kind of curbs your chronic illnesses such as cardiovascular illness, diabetes, digestive things. So you have to have your wheat in there. I put a little bit in there just to make sure that you guys are getting your intake and serving. So this is just one serving for today, Zion, and we'll be golden. I'm gonna add just a tad here. Let me grab a spoon. Add a tad of olives, about 2.5 tablespoons of olives.
How much do olives do for you?
Olives are good, just like olive oil. It's good for your blood flow. It's good for your circulation.
What's that?
This is actually sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes, just like tomatoes or anything vegetable or fruity, is good with B12 and your eyes and your hair. By you guys being teenagers, I want to make sure that's one thing I attack every time I cook for you guys. Make sure you have the proper nutrition on those things that I know you're worrying about, because those are some of the things that you guys have talked to me about in the past as it regards to skin and hair and nails of that nature. Oh, that looks good already. Now I'm going to add just a little bit. I'm going to take some of this heat off of here, and I'm going to add some of this marinara to the linguine. And I do my marinara a little bit different. Like I said, I use a little chicken stock, diced tomatoes, a little garlic, a little oregano. You don't want to put too much oregano in it. Oregano will overtake will overtake your recipe and overtake your whole meal, and it'll taste too herby. So you want to put it, maybe if you're using dry oregano, use maybe about a half a teaspoon. If you're using regular oregano, maybe use about a half a leaf or half a stem. Be golden. I'm gonna add just a little bit more to that because I want the ratio to be 2 to 1. All right.
That is olives, lobster, dry tomatoes, and
Linguine.
Marinara.
Absolutely. All right. Let's do this here. Let me get this out of the way here. Bring this over here. You guys can see it plated up. All right. This is going to be good. All right. Add that to it. Let's shake that back. I'll plate those guys up there in a second. And I want to add a tad bit of Parmesan cheese just to give you a little bite, a little color to it. And I wouldn't be Chef Dana if I did not garnish it. You have to garnish everything. Everything is an eye appeal. You eat with your eyes. So absolutely. Yeah, let's try that. See what you think.
Pretty good.